Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, October the 27th. We are starting off on stage 1 as always, and guess what? We're beating the poop out of it. So if you land your tanks on the left-hand side, they're going to naturally move up. They're going to take out the flamethrower and then just flare them over to where that flare lands right there, and they're going to be able to take out the HQ without that cannon doing anything at all. If you're doing like heavy Zooka, very much the exact same thing, just flare maybe a little further over to the right and shock the flamethrower. I don't know. Alright, stage 2. Landing this time kind of more, I guess, more right side. Sorry, my bad. Land on the right hand side, take out the machine gun and the flamethrower. That's, I guess, kind of... hold on, I've got to work out my clock faces here. We learned this in grade... Oh man, I don't know, when do you learn about clocks? I remember it being like really low, like grade 1, I don't know. Kindergarten, maybe, I don't know. Pre-kindergarten. No, I don't think they had that, maybe. I clearly didn't get to go though, because my math, not so good. Stage 3, land right there, bam, right on the beach, and then take a hard left. And the reason I say a hard left is because you're going to take out some, defenses. Yes, I make so good with words. And if you're really worried about having the GBE, you can even farm that flamethrower. But when you go hard left, like, you got a couple flamethrowers, you've got a machine gun, and a rocket launcher. None of those things need to really frighten you. The only thing is possibly the sniper tower, but with only one sniper tower, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And honestly, you can just throw down a stun and, you know, keep it stunned, because all you need is enough GBE to blow up the boom cannon that was immediately beside the HQ. Well, not beside, but behind. I don't know, like 11-ish, 12-ish. Man, why do they still do that? Like, with digital clocks now, I'm telling you, like, it's 8:00. Anyways, good luck finding that on the map. Yeah, actually. Alright, no. So, yeah, I guess once you take down all the defenses, you land yourself over there at 9:57? And you'll be able to blow up the HQ without anything shooting at you, and then you can move on to stage 4. And stage 4 is kind of tricky. And the reason I say stage 4 is kind of tricky is, okay, first of all, you're going to have to throw a barrage to take out all the mines over there. But if you're a lower level, you've got all these rocket launchers all over the place, which means there's going to be some serious attrition on your poor tanks. Like, your tanks are going to be taking constant damage, which is going to make you want to drop down your medics. Now, this is the tricky part. If you drop down medics, I have a very bad feeling, and it's not, like, confirmed, because obviously I don't have any medics out, but if you drop down some medics, I have a very bad feeling that the rocket launchers are going to start hitting your medics while you're trying to flare over to the left-hand side, and they're going to do horrible, horrible things. So, you can either, 1, smoke them and try to smoke through, or 2, you can stun the 2 higher level rocket launchers and hope that your medics are able to kind of run over behind your tanks before anything scary happens. And, like, as long as they're in the same area as the tank, should be a lot pretty easy, right? And as you can see here, if you drop everything right where my tanks are there, none of the machine guns can even hit you. The one rocket launcher could, but if you kill that one rocket launcher with artillery and barrage, conveniently it's the lowest level one, you might be able to pull something off. And now, granted, obviously, if you have more troops, it's going to start spilling out into, like, things can actually hit me territory, but at the very least, even if you lose those troops, you're going to be able to take down the base from there with the remaining troops, and you're going to win the internet. Oh, man. I just had a shower and I forgot to clean my ears. This is horrible. Oh, this is going to throw me off for the rest of the video. Oh, this is going to get bad. Alright, so Brakak. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Oh, awkward. Yes, go right-hand side, obviously. There are 2 boom cannons, both of which have range on the beach, so make sure you drop a smoke or 2 if you're landing a full complement, just to protect them from the boom cannons. I'm pretty sure you should be able to get away with just the 1 smoke, but, you know, if you're smoke happy and you love to smoke all over the place, then, you know, you can do what you gotta do. Now, there is the 1 boom cannon up next to the HQ. Obviously, you just saw me blow that up. You're going to have to blow that up as well, because it will do horrible things to your tanks. Okay. And then, if you flare right up against that northern edge of the map, I guess is the nice way of putting it, you should be able to take out the sniper tower without going into range of that cannon. And also, once the sniper tower is gone, your tanks should be able to switch over and fire at the HQ without anything crazy happening. Now, yes, you're probably going to be in range of a mortar or 2, but in the grand scheme of things, whoop-de-doo, day-doo-da-day. I can't remember how the rest of it goes. And you can basically just sit there blowing things up until you get your fat loot from the... I get, what is it, Stage 5 headquarters? Oh, Stage 5, excellent. I'm just throwing some critters down to help speed things up, and as you can see, they are doing a fantastic job of it, and also breaking things, because that's what critters do. And then we'll move on to Stage 6. Also, for the record, Stage 5 pretty easy in the grand scheme of things. 4 could be easy depending on how sneaky you can be with your medics to make sure your medics are all nice and safe. But 5 pretty easy. And then we get into 6, and as you can see, there is a boom cannon right next to the HQ that we are going to have to blow up, because, you know, that's a thing. And it does have a mountain, an absolute mountain of hit points. I don't even know where they get off giving these things this many hit points. It's unnatural. It's unfathomable. It's unacceptable. Alright, none of those things, but, you know, whatever. So, when you blow up the boom cannon back there, obviously you take out the cannon with it, and if at all possible, everything else. And watch out for the boom mines, because the boom mines are pretty crazy. And also, like, I've got everything kind of over here on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side there, don't let your stuff drift too far, because there's a bunch of sniper towers and cannons, and those sniper towers and cannons will do some pretty serious damage to your tanks as you're trying to, you know, work your way around. It's just going to make extra work for your medics, and there's really no call for that. There ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so once you've cleared out the left-hand side, it's pretty much like easy sauce from there on out. There might be the sniper tower might have range on some of your tanks and try to peck at you from behind there, but the cannon can't, so really you've got 1 rocket launcher that's going to be firing at you, and that's about it. That's how you win the interwebs on Stage 6 today. And that's a good thing, because then we can move on to Stage 7. And Stage 7, actually, in the grand scheme of things, compared to other 7s and stuff, it's actually pretty easy. What? I know. No, you look at it, and I swear, I looked at it the first time, and I was just like, I'm just going to start loading warriors now. Look at this. There are 5 boom cannons, all with, like, 35,000 hit points. A shock launcher with almost 40,000 hit points. Like, I might as well just switch over to warriors. But you know what? I suffer from some stubborn issues, and so I was like, all right, you know what? I gotta try at least once with the tanks, and try once I did. So obviously, critters at the beginning of the attack, to distract the cannon and the sniper, and then I just kind of let my tanks gather up GVE by blowing up the not scary defenses at the just off the beach, if you would. So, you know, machine guns and flamethrowers, stuff like that. The trick is making sure that they don't get into range of that big, beefy, and most definitely scary boom cannon there. And then I flared them around the left-hand side. Now, critter location is super important for this, because if you put them, I made the mistake of putting them right on the mines, so the mines kind of messed them up, and obviously I didn't get as much go out of my critters as I wanted to against a bunch of boom cannons and whatnot, and I had to throw extra. So be careful. I don't actually aim for the mines with your critters, and you should have a lot easier time of it. And then once the machine gun and the sniper tower are cleared, obviously, as you can see, I started throwing my shocks at that point, so that you know, everything would kind of start moving forward and taking out all the cannons and boom cannons, which worked out abso-freaking-lutely fantastically. Now, I did lose a couple of my my medics because of positioning, and you know, the boom cannon was just like, oh, you look tasty, let me have you for dinner, and that's kind of what happened. But that's okay, because losing a couple of medics to get stage 7 down and get a crystal, pretty good in my book. Anyways, hopefully if you repeat, you'll be able to get the same results as I did, and most importantly, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this has been entertaining. And of course, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.